gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, shout around? It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
The woman was killed in an awful carjacking in Sterling. Melody Waldecker was a mother of 4 and a grandmother of 8. Family members say that she had stopped at a store on her way home from visiting her ailing mother when she noticed a man trying to steal her car. Loudoun County deputies say that she was killed when she tried to stop that man from taking her car. News 4's Paul Wagner reports that one man is now in custody.
Melody Waldecker had just walked into a 7-Eleven at this shopping center in Sterling when family members say she noticed a man getting into her Kia Sorento and tried to stop him. The 54-year-old mother of 4 was then fatally injured, but it's unclear how.
Witnesses I've seen are saying that she may have actually been ejected from the vehicle.
Wow.
Unknown if she was struck.
Based on police radio traffic, Loudoun County Sheriff's deputies quickly got a description of the suspect and the car and broadcast a lookout. Within minutes, eyewitnesses reported seeing the suspect in the stolen Kia hit a car on Argonne Avenue before taking off. It was then spotted a short distance away at Cedar Lake Plaza before deputies and state police spotted the car near the intersection of Frederick Drive and Leatherleaf Drive.
230 Bravo, according to the Fairfax units here, they have the subject at gunpoint now.
Officers had saturated the area after getting reports the Kia was damaged and making a loud squealing noise.
Car 40 Bravo. I'm out with state. They have one in custody.
The manhunt ending in Trumpet Circle. Family members say Melody Waldecker worked as a caregiver at a Montgomery County nursing home and was dedicated to her family. They declined to comment on camera. Waldecker's Facebook page shows photos of her taking care of her ailing mother and enjoying a recent game with her grandsons at Oriole Park at Camden Yards.
So this is very distressing because you have a elderly woman who was murdered in a carjacking, and eventually we're going to learn the identity of this carjacker, and I think it might shock you, or maybe it won't.
In Silver Spring, Paul Wagner, News 4.
Leslie, we're actually here on Argonne Avenue, just a few blocks away from where that suspect was captured. Neighbors say the Kia that he stole was pretty banged up.
Wow, so we know that a Kia was stolen, but this ain't the Kia boys, okay? If you guys remember my theory about if the suspect is a certain ethnic group, they'll send a reporter that matches that same ethnic group out on the front lines in the streets to do the story. This looks like a Hispanic male, and I believe the perpetrator also is a Hispanic. And from my understanding, he is an illegal alien. Okay. And I believe he's from Venezuela. So it's getting pretty rough. And you can see the Venezuelans going through what they're going through right now with their election. It's getting pretty rough there. And a lot of people are fleeing. And they're coming to the United States. And they're victimizing Americans. This is another example of Biden's bloody border. Biden's bloody border, except this time it's Kamala's bloody border because she is actually the border czar. So she is going to completely have to hold this one. This is her responsibility. It was her responsibility to secure the border. And the mainstream media news is trying to distance her from that. But you have to understand that that was a task that she was dealt. That was her one job as vice president. She couldn't do it.
According to the dispatch calls that say that he hit several vehicles, especially here on Oregon Avenue, including this truck right here, where you can still see some of the damage left behind. A resident is sharing video you'll only see on WUSA 9 of who they say was the suspect driving recklessly in this community.
God.
You can hear how long the screeching noises lasted, especially with the child out and about. This first started around 11:40 Sunday morning outside the 7-Eleven at the town center at Sterling. According to the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office, the suspect was trying to steal 54-year-old Melanie Waldecker's car. The same car hit Waldecker as the suspect was trying to escape. Witnesses tell deputies how it appeared she was ejected from that Kia. She died at the scene, but authorities soon captured the suspect on Trumpet Circle in a neighborhood behind that shopping plaza where tonight residents are in disbelief.
I'm so sad, and I never know it got to be happen like that. 20 years I live here, you know, never happened, never have steal the car around here at all, and people die. I'm so sad. I'm so.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what the country has become. I mean, you would have never thought that in Virginia this would happen, but it's unfortunately the grim reality of open border policies. You know, everybody would love to just be able to kumbaya around the world, but you have to understand, these people who are coming here, they're third worlders. They haven't gotten the update. They haven't got the microchip or software update that permits you to live in the first world and be able to make something out of yourself. They just haven't gotten that update. Not all of them, but it's a lot of them who have not gotten the software update, the humanity software update, and they still were living like savages. They come to the States and they see all these shiny things and they want to take it, and they want to take your things. They want to take anybody else's things. They don't want to work for it because that's how they did things in their home country. They're coming and bringing that attitude to the United States.
So sorry.
I did speak to Waldecker's family this morning. She was from Silver Spring and leaves behind 4 children and 8 grandkids. Her son sharing this family photo to us, describing her as a devoted mother who was incredibly family-oriented. Loved ones say she worked as a caregiver at a nursing home. Waldecker stopped at that 7-Eleven on her way home from visiting her sick mother at a nursing home in Leesburg. And I did just check in with investigators a few hours ago. They are anticipating on releasing new information about the suspect and charges sometime today. Guys?
So many people impacted. Melody should still be here, Matthew. Such an awful saga. Why she's not. All right, we're going to stay on top.
Tonight, we're following up on Sunday's deadly carjacking in Sterling, and we've got new details about the man accused of hitting and killing a woman with her own car. Authorities confirm the suspect, 21-year-old Jose Aguilar Martinez, is in this country illegally. That incident happened outside a 7-Eleven in Sterling on Sunday morning.
Yeah, family says the victim, Melody Waldecker, stopped at the store after visiting her sick mother at a nursing home. Tonight, our Matthew Torres has new information from court documents and the sheriff in Loudoun County.
Janet Ramos can't forget the loud shrieking noises echoing down her street late Sunday morning.
Kind of scary because we were inside and all the windows were closed and you could hear it. It was going around and around the neighborhood.
Surveillance video capturing a driver sideswiping her truck on Argonne Avenue, where you can still see damage to this day. Deputies in Loudoun County were on the hunt for a homicide suspect.
And these people come here and drive like they stole something, which you can see that they actually did steal something, and they're taking a page right out of the Kia Boys book by stealing a Kia. They have no respect for our laws. They have no respect for our way of life, and people just expect good things to come from them coming here. No, that's not how it works. These people are not trying to assimilate. They're not trying to blend in with American culture. I would even go as far as to say they hate Americans. and they don't care about killing one of our citizens. They don't care about killing particularly an elderly white woman. They don't care. And it's sad to say. It's sad that this is where we're at. I will say this woman needs to change her tires. They're bald as hell. But we are living in trying times.
Once the officer was actually here, we noticed that the car was going that way. So we yelled at him, like, he's going right there, that's the car.
The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office identified the driver as 21-year-old Juan Aguilar Martinez. He's accused of killing 54-year-old grandmother of 8, 1-year-old Juan
Aguilar Martinez. These super illegal alien burrito gremlins are on demon time.
Aguilar Martinez. He's accused of killing 54-year-old grandmother of 8, Melody Waldecker of Silver Spring, while stealing her Kia outside this nearby 7-Eleven. New court documents say Waldecker left her car running when the suspect got in. She tried to open the driver's side door to stop him, but he backed out.
So witnesses are seeing or saying that she may have actually been ejected from the vehicle.
A detective said she tried to hang on but fell to the ground and was run over by her own car.
Important for me that we exercise all the leverage that we can in protecting our citizens.
Loudoun County Sheriff Mike Chapman says his office notified immigration officials since the suspect is an undocumented immigrant, originally from El Salvador. He also used to live in California, where he had a driver's license. In Loudoun County, the sheriff says ICE issued nearly 500 detainers within the last 2 years. 248 of them were taken by ICE. 96 were eventually deported.
Wow.
We do what we can to hold on to people for as long as we practically can, and then let ICE know so they have the ability to come out, and once they do, they can pick them up or decide not to pick them up, depending on what the nature of the offense is.
Our Matthew Torres is joining us live now outside of that 7-Eleven on Town Center Plaza. So Matthew, what exactly is next for the suspect?
And what I will say, though, is deportation for someone who commits a crime like this is not a solution. They should be held accountable. And I know the argument of, oh, well, our tax dollars don't want to pay for this. Look, they need to be in prison for the rest of their lives. We need to find a way to use them, you know, have they ass working or something, because this is not right. He needs or death penalty, whatever it is, whatever the courts decide, if they're fair and just, that's what he needs to face. I am leaning toward the death penalty for sure. Just a clean cut, no elongated hearing period, trial period, sentencing. I mean, it needs to be quick, especially for somebody who commits a crime like this. But you know, I also wouldn't be against you know, jailing this nutcase and having them working.
Well, Larry, that suspect is in jail being held without bond. He has his hearing scheduled in September. So far, he is charged with carjacking, but will likely face even more charges. So he will have to go through the judicial process here in Loudoun County, and depending what happens then, ICE will eventually determine what it wants to do next. But this case is highlighting the overall issue of immigration. The district supervisor, Corin Singh, sent me this statement earlier this afternoon saying, quote, "We need our immigration laws fixed at the federal level. We have seen both Republican and Democratic administrations fail at this over the years. It's long overdue to put party politics aside and solve this issue." He says the first step is to stop the finger pointing and work together in a bipartisan way. Larry.
Certainly going to take a community effort to deal with this successfully. Matthew Torres, thank you so much.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetizing shadow banning this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
New tonight, the Loudoun County Commonwealth's Attorney's Office tells 7 News they plan to bring forward homicide charges against Jose Aguilar Martinez following a fatal carjacking in Sterling.
Aguilar Martinez is currently charged with felony carjacking. He's from El Salvador, and he is in the U.S. illegally.
So not Venezuela, but El Salvador. I thought he was from Venezuela, but hey, Trump was right. Trump was just saying that they're sending their criminals here. Bukele is the president of El Salvador. He spoke about he just spoke about the crime, the MS-13, the satanic gang, and all this kind of stuff. And he didn't mention the part where he was sending a lot of their influx of criminals to the United States. And Trump called him out multiple times, and on Twitter, people were saying, hey, well, Trump needs to stop calling him out because Bukele, we like this guy, and he's losing the Hispanic vote because he's calling him. No. Bukele is sending his murderers and thieves and criminals here. Like Trump said, see, a lot of people just don't understand. Trump has a top-down view on what's going on, the inner workings of the government, the inner workings of foreign policy. And I'm sure he wouldn't come out here and be hard on Bukele, even though he said he likes Bukele, but he wouldn't be hard on him if Bukele wasn't doing something wrong to the United States. Now, for his country, it's great, it's smart, it's brilliant. But for the United States, it's wrong. And we've got to fix it. We got to fix it fast. Trump's going to fix it. He knows what to do. He's most likely already talked to Bukele, told him to stop. And Bukele's like, hell, it's the Biden-Harris administration. She's the border czar, and she says it's good. So your current, legal system is opening up the gateway for the borders to be wide open.
He's currently being held at the Loudoun County Adult Detention Center. 7 News reporter Nick Minock is joining us now live from Sterling with more on this story. Nick?
Well, it's just heartbreaking that a life was lost. This is where the fatal carjacking happened over the weekend in Sterling. Melody Waldecker was walking out of this 7-Eleven right before Jose Aguilar Martinez allegedly stole her car and ran her over with her own car.
Tragic, should have never happened.
New tonight, Loudoun County Sheriff Mike Chapman is speaking to 7 News for the first time after a fatal carjacking last weekend in Sterling, with new details about why Silver Spring, Maryland resident Melody Waldecker was in Loudoun County the day she died.
Melody was here visiting her mom, who was in the Loudoun Rehab and Nursing Home, and here to do all the right things that you do when your parents are aging. Came out to help her out, and the next thing you know, she goes into a 7-Eleven, and that's the end of her life.
And that's wild, man. This woman was literally looking out for her elderly family. And this super illegal alien burrito gremlin on demon time ended her life. I mean, it's nuts, bro. We got to build the wall, got to close the border, got to deport them all.
Jose Aguilar Martinez allegedly killed Melody in the parking lot of this shopping center in Sterling.
Running her right over, complete disregard for her life, complete disregard for anybody in the area. Took off, ends up getting in 2 car accidents while he's fleeing away.
This could have been anybody's mother or wife or grandmother.
Yeah. Her child. I mean, here she's going to visit her elderly mom, and then she gets killed.
Aguilar Martinez is from El Salvador. He is in the U.S. illegally, and he has a driver's license from California with a Los Angeles address.
He's here illegally, and that's why this could have been prevented. Had he not been in this country illegally, this would have never happened, and that's the problem.
ICE has now issued a detainer against Aguilar Martinez.
Yeah, and 7 News is also learning tonight that this suspect was arrested in Loudoun County last month, but he was not deported. Federal immigration officials did not apprehend them. We're going to be asking ICE about that and the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office about that ahead at 6 on 7 News. Reporting live in Sterling, Nick Minock, 7 News.
A woman was killed in an awful carjacking in Sterling. Melody Waldecker was a mother of 4 and a grandmother of 8. Family members say that she had stopped at a store on her way home from visiting her ailing mother when she noticed a man trying to steal her car. Loudoun County deputies say that she was killed when she tried to stop that man from taking her car. News 4's Paul Wagner reports that one man is now in custody.
Melody Waldecker had just walked into a 7-Eleven at this shopping center in Sterling when family members say she noticed a man getting into her Kia Sorento and tried to stop him. The 54-year-old mother of 4 was then fatally injured, but it's unclear how.
Witnesses I've seen are saying that she may have actually been ejected from the vehicle, unknown if she was struck.
Based on police radio traffic, Loudoun County Sheriff's deputies quickly got a description of the suspect and the car and broadcast a lookout. Within minutes, eyewitnesses reported seeing the suspect in the stolen Kia hit a car on Argonne Avenue before taking off. It was then spotted a short distance away at Cedar Lake Plaza before deputies and state police spotted the car near the intersection of Frederick Drive and Leatherleaf Drive.
230 Bravo, according to the Fairfax units here, they have the subject at gunpoint now.
Officers had saturated the area after getting reports the Kia was damaged and making a loud squealing noise.
Car 40 Bravo. I'm out with state. They have one in custody.
The manhunt ending in Trumpet Circle. Family members say Melody Waldecker worked as a caregiver at a Montgomery County nursing home and was dedicated to her family. They declined to comment on camera. Waldecker's Facebook page shows photos of her taking care of her ailing mother and enjoying a recent game with her grandsons at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. In Silver Spring, Paul Wagner, News 4.
Look at some of the other top stories we're following tonight, and we start in Loudoun County, where charges have been filed in connection to a deadly carjacking in Sterling. And this happened around lunchtime on Sunday at the Town Center Plaza. The sheriff's office says 21-year-old Jose Aguilar Martinez carjacked 54-year-old Melody Waldecker in the parking lot. And according to investigators, Martinez then ran over Waldecker with her own car as he sped away. She died there. And right now, Martinez...
So he ran her over with her own car. That's ridiculous.
Is facing a charge of carjacking. That's a felony. But the sheriff's office says the investigation is ongoing and there are more charges expected.
We can't work like this.
Time for an upgrade.
A Silver Spring, Maryland woman dead after being carjacked in Loudoun County, and ICE has confirmed the suspect is an undocumented immigrant.
Fox 5 Sierra Fox is live tonight in Sterling after digging more into his background. Sierra, good evening.
Good evening to you both, Jim and Angie. What happened right here in this parking lot is extremely tragic. An innocent woman's life was taken. I mean, she was a mother and a grandmother, and it turns out that the man responsible for her death is in the country illegally.
Of course.
21-year-old Jose Aguilar Martinez is accused of carjacking 54-year-old Melody Waldecker outside the 7-Eleven at Town Center Plaza in Sterling, Virginia, and then running her over with her own vehicle, killing her. This happened in broad daylight around 11:30 a.m. Sunday morning.
I'm shocked, disappointed. This is really scary.
Aguilar Martinez is charged with felony carjacking. He is currently being held at the Loudoun County Adult Detention Center without bond. ICE says the suspect is an undocumented immigrant from El Salvador. Sources tell Fox 5 he also has a criminal history.
I don't think documentation is the problem. It's doing the wrong thing in the first place. And as long as people have that sort of evil behavior, it doesn't matter their status.
However, Virginia State Senator Suha Subramanian, who represents parts of Loudoun County, believes this is an example of the immigration issue at large.
And we have to make sure that we have security at the border and security in our immigration system generally.
Yes. And this is a Democrat in Virginia, and he's saying this, but is he really going to walk the walk? I doubt it. He's just, a lot of times it's just word salad. Oh man, this issue has harmed way too many families. At some point, we have to get serious and say enough is enough. And Kamala's bloody border has now affected yet another American family.
So that, you know, a lot of people can't come in so easily.
He adds that more needs to be done when it comes to protecting the community.
It's really clear that our immigration system is broken. This has been broken for decades, and it's something that in Congress we need to do, we need to fix.
The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office is expected to reveal more details about this case tomorrow. Of course, Fox 5 will stay ahead and keep you up to date with the very latest. But what we do know is that the suspect will face additional charges like murder.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.